Hello and welcome to another I Want to Excel Today video tutorial. My name is John Tippett and I will be your guide through this crazy world that is Excel. Today we're going to be reviewing the number area on the ribbon, which is located up here at the top. You'll see number. If you don't see that there in place, make sure that you are on the Home tab. Home tab and number. Okay, so to go over this properly, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and switch over to another worksheet that I've prepared for this lesson. Alright. Being that it's about numbers, you don't really want to format your outline as numbers, and so I wanted to come over to a page that has some digits in there. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. So this is a basic spreadsheet for a customer electronics store. You have the various departments and their sales agents and what have you, and these are their sale numbers. And as you can see, they're just a simple general number placed into a cell. It's not earn any commas or dollar signs or anything of that nature. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and work on formatting that stuff. Obviously, currency is just one of the many different ways that we can format a number, and so we're going to review a couple other ones here just off to the side here, on this side here, once we've finished with the rest of the spreadsheet. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. We will highlight, let's go ahead and highlight all of the sales numbers. Okay, so now we have those highlighted. We're going to come up here where it says General, click that drop down box, and we're going to see a bunch of different options as far as numbers are concerned. We can see number, it looks like there's a couple of decimal points. Currency, which is probably something that we're looking for. Accounting, again, looks like something that we could use. You have dates and time, percentage, fractions, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and select currency. Let's see what that does for us. Alright, so you see that it's added a dollar sign, comma, and then two decimal points, or a decimal point with two zeros at the end of it, obviously for the change. Alright, so that's one way that we can do it. Let's go ahead and change that back to general. General, again, is just the simple number. You don't want anything in there. Let's see what accounting would do for us. Select on that. Again, it's basically the same thing. Right, so for accounting, let's go ahead and put a negative in there and see what that does for us. It's gonna change it a little bit. It's gonna put it into brackets. There we go. So you'll see that's actually a negative number. That's how an accountant would view a negative number. All right, let's go ahead and change that back. We don't want to have negative sales in the customer electronics store. Somebody's gonna get fired. Okay, let's take these again. Let's highlight this area here. Back to general. And of these numbers, that's about all that we're going to use for currency. We could also do this manually. We could come over here and just hit the dollar sign. Again, that would do the same thing for us. Back out of that. We have obviously a little drop down box here, so a few different things. We could do currency, but perhaps the English pound. It's not going to convert it, it's just the same number, but you get my point. Alright, let's back those out. We also have the ability to put in percentages and things of that nature. Now, when you have a big number like these, in fact, let me just come over here to the side. Let's say we had the number 12,000, or we'll go 120. Let's just say that 120. The number's already in place. We'll click percentage, and you'll see that it makes it 12,000%. When working with percentages, it's best to format it first and then put in the percentage. Otherwise, you end up with an exaggerated number like this. Now, I'll go ahead and delete that out of there. And we'll change the formatting to general. Another thing that we can do, here, let's highlight this area again. You'll see these decimal points, zeros and decimal points. What this does, actually, we can add or take away decimal points. So what we're going to do is we're going to add decimal points. So perhaps we wanted 3. Just a quick way to add or take away the number of decimal points, or a number of numbers that you have on the right side of the decimal point. All right. Okay, there we go. So another number formatting that I wanted to go over with you is going to be dates. So let's just select this number right here. Let's put in a date. Yeah. Alright, so another number formatting that I wanted to go over with you is going to be dates. So let's go ahead and put in Put in today's date. Alright. Go ahead and open that up. You'll see that it says Monday, August 4th, 2014. Alright, so we have a long date in there. We can select a short date, which will be just like these numbers right here. So select that and it changes to a shorter date. There are other options available to you as well here in the format area. With that being said, in the number area, we're just kind of going over what you can do in that specific area. So we're just going to go over these two for dates. Now, if we were to change a date to a number, it's going to give us what's called the absolute value of the date. And so it's kind of a funny thing. If you take all of the days from January 1, 1900 until now, this is the number that you're going to get. It's going to be 41,855 days from then until now. That's how they get the absolute number. So we'll go ahead and format that back to a date. We'll put the long date in there. Another thing that we can do with numbers is time. So let's put in a time. How about just a 1? Put it in like that, 1 o'clock. Come up here, and we can select time as well. Alright, so that's 1 a.m. It's going to be hours, minutes, seconds. Again, that's just a number that we put in. And that pretty much sums up the number area of the ribbon. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something from this. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps out my show a bunch, and quite frankly, it just makes me feel good. So at the end of this video, you're going to see a link to our next video, which is going to be regarding styles. So if you have time to review that now, I'd like to encourage you to do so. If you don't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you're able to find your way back to us easily. Alright, until then, have a good day.